Rome is a city known to be built on 7 hills. However, Kampala City, the capital city of Uganda, as well holds the ancient legendary tales of being built on 7 hills. Mubiru is gonna be showing us around. Mubiru, over to you.
So once again, you're welcome. Welcome to Kampala. It's called Kampala City, the city of 7 hills, the city that never sleeps, the green-brown city, and it is the happiest city in East Africa. And Kampala was made the capital city of Uganda officially in 1964. And before it was Entebbe, the capital city of Uganda, but that was a British capital because that's where we found the colonial headquarters of Britain. But when Uganda got independence in 1962, the new leadership or the new government realized that the city needed expansion. But Entebbe is small and it is near water body, and that's Lake Victoria, so it could not expand towards the water. So they had to transfer the city as well as it was from Entebbe to the next bigger town that was in Uganda by then, and by then it was Kampala. So they transferred the city from Entebbe to Kampala, making Kampala the capital city of Uganda officially in 1964. And Kampala was designed by a German city architect called Ernest May, and that was 1946. And Ernest May is the same person who designed Frankfurt City of Germany. So he designed Frankfurt City in 1930, then in 1946 was hired by British colonialists or administrators to design the Kampala City. So he had to come and design Kampala. So at the time of making Kampala the capital of Uganda, the city was sat on only 7 hills. It was very small. It was sat on only 7 hills, and that's why they called it the city of 7 hills. But currently, Kampala is one of the largest and one of the fastest growing cities in Africa. That it started with 7 hills. Currently, it's made up of 21 hills. You can see how it has grown. Yes. So, but the main 7 hills are the most important hills. Why? Because they hold the most important things that govern Kampala and Uganda at large. So let's look at these 7 hills. The first hill is the one we are standing on. So this one is called the Kampala Hill, or known as the Old Kampala Hill. It is from this hill where the name Kampala came from, and it is from this hill where the city started from. I think you know the animals called the Impalas, right? So the Impalas, they were prominent along this hill, and the local people used to call this hill as Kasozika Impala, implying the hill of Impalas. But when the missionaries came, it was very hard for them to pronounce that full sentence, but rather they could just remember the last word, Ka Impala, mainly because of the word Impala, so from which they got the name Kampala. So Kampala comes from the animal called the Impala. But also the city started from here, then it went on expanding. So as it expanded, it lent the name to the current Kampala, and they call this hill as the Old Kampala Hill. So we are at the Old Kampala Hill, and it is the only place in Kampala that is named Kampala. You'll go to any other place in Kampala, you'll find that they have their own names, but here it is only Kampala. And when you come to Kampala, as you're reaching this hill, you've come to parts of Kampala, but when you reach this hill, it means you are in Kampala. And it is from this hill where we find the largest mosque. So this is our hill number 1. Then moving on to our next hill, there we find the King's Palace, the King of Uganda. So in Uganda, you know, we have the central government or the main government, which is headed by the president, but also we have other smaller governments, yeah, or you can call them the kingdoms and the chiefdoms. So that's the King's Palace right there. So it holds the King's Palace. It's called Mengo Hill. But from there we have this hill right there. You can move this way. The one with the 2 pillars we're seeing right there, yeah. So this one is called Rubaga Hill, and on Rubaga Hill they'll find the oldest and the largest Roman Catholic church in Uganda. It's called St. Mary's Cathedral, locally known as Rubaga Cathedral. So the pillars, it's a replica of Notre Dame in Paris, and it shows they were the French who brought the Roman Catholic religion in Uganda, and that was 1879 by the French White Fathers. So that is the Roman Catholic's hill. Then from there we have this hill right there, we are seeing. So this one is called Namirembe Hill, and that is the oldest and the largest Anglican church in Uganda. It's called St. Paul's Cathedral, locally known as Namirembe Cathedral. It's from that hill where we find the oldest hospital in Uganda, built by Sir Albert Cook, and from that hill is where we find the oldest school in Uganda. It's called Mengo SS. The hospital is also known as the Mengo Hospital. Yes. So you may ask yourself, why do you have Mengo? And then you also have Mengo Hospital, Mengo SS, because this one was the capital city of Uganda Kingdom. So like now we are saying this is Kampala, then the whole of it is Kampala, but this was the capital of Kampala. So that's our hill number 4. Then moving on, our next hill, the other one, the one you are seeing right there, and this one is called Makerere Hill. That one with very many trees, called Makerere Hill, and they'll find the oldest and the largest university in Eastern Central Africa. It's called Makerere University, established 1922, and last year in October we made 100 years of existence, and now we are started a new century. So we made a century, now we started a new century. That's the university. So it's the 13th best in university in Africa, and the best developer in South Africa and Egypt. So then Uganda comes in with the 13th best. So it is the best in East, Central and West Africa. So that's our hill number 5. Then hill number 6, the one with the antennas in the background here. So this one is called Kololo Hill. Kololo, that's the diplomat's hill. It's also the rich man's hill, the Ivale Hill of Kampala. So, but what is famous at Kololo? There we find the oldest airstrip in Uganda. So before Entebbe, we had an airstrip in Kampala established on a hill called Kololo Hill. So that is it, the Kololo Hill. Then lastly we have this hill, that's the Mane Hill. So this one is called Nakasero Hill, and this is mostly administrative and commercial.
Which one?
That hill you are seeing right there, where there are very many buildings and tall buildings, yeah? So this one is called Nakasero Hill. The other one is Kololo. You can see there in the background very far, yeah? That is Kololo. Then this one is Nakasero. Yeah. So the Nakasero is mostly administrative and authority and commercial, and it's divided into two. There's that part with very many trees, yeah? With more green. And there's this lower part with very many buildings, compact buildings next to each other. So this one is commercial, and they'll find the banks, headquarters of East African Development Bank, the Central Bank of Uganda, headquarters of almost commercial banks in Uganda, shopping malls, arcade, even the oldest market in Kampala is found on that here. Then, but the other side we find the administrative unit, and that is the second state house of Uganda, the parliament, ministries, most of the embassies, and even bigger offices. All of them are on the other side. So these are the main 7, but currently there are 21 hills that make up Kampala, and there are more 2 that are not yet been officially added, but now they are part of the 21 to make 23. So that is it about the downtown area. So all of that area is the downtown. We call it the downtown of the business area, money, but it starts from there, yeah. And within the downtown we have the stadium that is called Nakivubo Stadium. It is the Uganda's oldest football stadium, established in 1945, and it's the Second World War Monument Stadium. It was a gift from the British for Uganda's participation in Second World War. So you remember back then we were under the British colonial area, so we fought on behalf of the British. And once Pele played from here, the late legend. So played from that football field. But currently we are not using it. It is also not the national stadium, yeah. So, but it was perfect that now they are updating it, yeah, or upgrading it. Then beside the stadium, the largest local market in Kampala is called Owino Market, officially known as Saint Kudembe Market. So that one is mostly known for second-hand clothes, shoes, but also fresh food and others are sold in that market. So that's the best about Kampala. The best about Kampala. There are very many things to talk about, but that is it. What I can tell you right now. Unless you have some questions, because when you ask me, I will remember.
Thank you.